Hello everyone, it's Shane Conto here on the Wasteland Reviewer Facebook page, and I'm here to review a film I saw over the weekend, Sully, directed by Clint Eastwood and starring Tom Hanks, Aaron Eckhart, and Laura Linney. Now, I'm a huge fan of Clint Eastwood, especially as an actor, and I love quite a few of his films that he's directed. And one thing that I feel like he's always great at is making a very stark and realistic looking film. And he definitely does this with this film, which he definitely brings in that saturated blue gray type of stark world that he brings to most of the films that at least that he's directed lately. And I think it really helps connecting with the film and realizing this was a real event, and it feels very realistic and thrilling. There's points in this film where I actually jumped in my seat because how realistic and thrilling and engaged I was in what was going on in terms of this miraculous water landing that this pilot was able to do. Now, there are a few things that I'm not a hugest fan of when it comes to Clint Eastwood when he's directing. There are some scenes where they took real life footage and CGI'd the characters into it. Felt really awkward. And there's one scene in particular where there's an actor who delivered a line, and it was so outrageous and weird and awkward. Probably should have been redone, but I know Clint Eastwood has a tendency to only do one take with most of his filming, so that probably could have benefited from him taking another take with that. And in terms of this film, there's a few times where they would jump back, flashbacks to his first time flying and he was in the military. And I understand he was trying to build Sully's backstory, but I felt like it kind of took away from the rest of the film. When it came from, in terms of the actual story, I was surprised and I was wondering going in how they're going to tell this story. And what I really liked was you're in the thick of it afterwards. Sully's getting interrogated, and it's kind of like a mystery pulling back because you don't know what really happened until closer to the end of the film. And I thought that was a really cool way of them pulling back different perspectives on what happened until the very end of the film where you know what happened. And there's scenes where he's getting interrogated in front of a council of investigators, and they were thrilling, and you're sitting on the edge of your seat waiting to see what happens. Now, some of the scenes that slowed things down a bit too much were when he would be talking to his wife, played by Laura Linney. Honestly, I thought was a little annoying and didn't really serve much of a purpose besides, hey, he has a wife back home and a family, so that's giving him some stress in this situation as well. Now, when it came to the acting in this film, Tom Hanks was fantastic. He was subtle, emotional, and you could tell when he was thinking into the distance, like visualizing these fears that he has of what would have happened if he would have crashed the plane, and you feel out in a different world with him. And it was just, Tom Hanks is amazing in everything that he's a part of, and I hope that he gets some recognition from this film. Also, Aaron Eckhart, who played his co-pilot, was fantastic. He delivered some of the much needed natural humor to the situation, which I loved. The humor in this film felt natural, felt like real people just being themselves, and I really liked that about this film. And overall, the music was subtle but emotive, and it helped build the film. The cinematography was stark, and you could see everything playing out in front of you, and very good job done by Clint Eastwood. He did what he does best. He went out there and made a film, put that story out there, and you can make your thoughts on the film yourself. And overall, I thought Sully was a really good film. I hope everyone gets a chance to go see it. I think it's worthwhile going to get to see it in the theater. I would give Sully a B+.